Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on what's happening in the field of science, technology, research and innovation in and around the country. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. From India's tiger census setting a new world record to a research showcasing effectiveness of turmeric in potential cancer therapies, we have lots in store for you. So let us begin with the headlines. India's tiger census sets a new Guinness record. Indian endeavour to save tigers recognized as the world's largest camera trap survey. CoroSure launched as world's most affordable COVID-19 diagnostic kit. Developed by IIT Delhi, the indigenous kit will now be available in the market. Modern lifestyle is damaging our sense of hearing. Being sensitive to decreasing hearing ability can prevent permanent deafness. Active principle from turmeric can enhance action of therapeutic agents against cancer cells. Research by IIT Madras published in Pharmacological Reports. And now the news in detail. The 2018-19 report on status of tigers in India has led to a world record for the largest camera trap wildlife survey in the world. Due to the resources and data amassed by the fourth iteration of the survey, it was also recognized as the most comprehensive survey to date by the Guinness World Records. This achievement reflects India's commitment to wildlife conservation, and according to the Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change, it is also a shining example of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Here is a report.
The fourth cycle of the All India Tiger Estimation 2018 has set a new world record with these figures. The Guinness Book of World Records recently declared this survey to be the world's most comprehensive wildlife survey, both in terms of data and resources used. Under the Status of Tigers in India 2018-19 survey, large-scale, unprecedented data was gathered by camera traps that were placed in tiger reserves across the country. Camera traps are photographic devices with motion sensors to record movement of any animal that passes by. Apart from capturing the other wildlife, the devices captured 76,651 photographs of tigers and 51,777 of leopards. Using these photos, 2,461 adult tigers were identified by stripe pattern recognition software.
Our tiger population is nearly 70% of the world's tiger population, and we have laid the largest camera traps. No country has done so much exhaustive survey and counting and camera traps used for this purpose. And that camera trap number has been put in the Guinness Book of World Record. I congratulate National Tiger Authority and other concerned who were engaged in thousands in this counting of tigers.
The assessment also carried out extensive foot surveys along with the use of camera traps. According to the estimate, there are 2,967 tigers in India, and this figure accounts for nearly 75% of the global tiger population. It should be noted that during the first ever Global Tiger Summit in 2010, India made a resolve at St. Petersburg to double the number of its tigers by 2022. And with the recent figures, it has fulfilled the resolve ahead of time.
The said time we could complete the target 4 years before the target. Because yes, we have good ecology, there are good forests, there is good prey base, there is enough water and fodder, and now we are further augmenting water and fodder in many jungle areas through the Campa funds, so that there will be more animal and wild animal base, and they will remain in jungles, they will not venture out. And that is what we are entering into. It's the next stage of development of forest.
Project Tiger is a focused species-oriented program under which a tiger census is conducted every 4 years by the National Tiger Conservation Authority with the technical support from the Wildlife Institute of India. The program is implemented by state forest departments and partners. The project was started with 9 tiger reserves in the country, and now this number has expanded to 50. By creating a world record in this endeavor, India has now firmly established a leadership role in tiger conservation.
In April 2020, IIT Delhi became the first academic institution in the country to obtain the ICMR approval for a RT-PCR-based diagnostic assay to detect COVID-19. After passing all the tests for reliability, the probe-free assay was also approved by DGCI, and now it is being manufactured under the name of CoroSure. Recently, the Union Human Resource Development Minister launched this indigenously developed kit as the most affordable COVID-19 diagnostic kit in the world. Let us see the report to know more.
To manage a highly contagious disease like COVID-19, it is important to conduct widespread testing. And in a country like India, this can happen only with reliable and affordable diagnostic kits. Currently, RT-PCR technique is considered the gold standard for the reliable detection of SARS-CoV-2. But most of the diagnostic kits based on this technique are expensive, as they use imported probes. Keeping this in mind, a probe-free indigenous kit was developed by Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi in the month of April, which is now being manufactured under the name of CoroSure. After getting the required approvals by ICMR and DGCI, on 15th July, Human Resource Development Minister Dr. Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank launched the kit commercially during a digital ceremony as the world's most affordable testing kit.
Yeah, IIT Delhi, when we had closed down the institute in the month of March, one of the things which we consciously did was, we asked our faculty and students who are working in the areas related to COVID to stay back, and if they wish to, and then work on whatever technologies that they can do for addressing the COVID problem. Honorable HRD Minister has launched the ICMR approved IIT Delhi test kit, which was marketed by, which was now scaled up by the New Tech Medical Devices, and now they can manufacture 20 lakh such kits per month. That is the kind of a scale they can achieve now.
Most of the testing kits currently being manufactured require fluorescent probes which need to be imported. But CoroSure is probe-free single-gene RT-PCR kit without compromising on the accuracy of the test. Therefore, the cost of the kit is very low comparatively. It can be manufactured quickly on a large scale to meet the demands of the COVID-19 crisis.
The main difference of our kit compared to any other kit in the market is that it does not use a fluorescent probe. Now, how does this help? This helps to reduce the cost of the assay considerably, making it cheaper, and also it increases the scalability of the assay. What do I mean by scalability? When we use a probe-based assay, which is all the other assays, we are dependent on a probe synthesized typically from outside India, but here what we're doing is we're eliminating the need for the probe, so it can be scaled up or it can be produced in large quantities in a very short span of time, so there's more availability of the kit. So that is the main feature of our assay, is more affordable, is more scalable, without compromising on the sensitivity or the specificity of the assay.
IIT Delhi has transferred the technology to Faridabad-based New Tech Medical Devices for manufacturing the kit, and the company has been given a license for the large-scale production of Corosure. Containing 100% indigenous components, the kit is being considered the cheapest for reliable detection of COVID-19. These kits form the second phase of the RT-PCR probe. The kit extracts unique regions of the SARS-CoV-2 genome from the swab samples, which are then identified by RT-PCR method. With this kit, results can now be obtained within 85 minutes.
इसमें 3 कंपोनेंट्स होते हैं VTM, जिससे पहले नेज़ल स्वाब से या आपका स्वाब कलेक्ट किया जाता है। उसके बाद हमारी किट को, RT-PCR किट को और RNA एक्सट्रैक्शन किट को मशीन में इंस्टॉल किया जाता है और उससे ग्राफ ड्रॉ किया जाता है 85 मिनट्स के अंदर। हमारी किट 85 मिनट्स में रिज़ल्ट आउट कर देती है, जो अभी तक कोई भी प्रोब बेस्ड किट्स नहीं ला पाई हैं। अगर आप जनरल टेंडेंसी में देखेंगे तो जितनी भी किट्स हैं बाज़ार में, वो सब 3 घंटे में रिज़ल्ट देती हैं। हमारी किट की सबसे बड़ी खासियत है कि 85 मिनट में इसको ले आती है। IIT की तकनीकियों से शायद इसी महीने तक इसको 60 मिनट तक करा जा रहा है और आने वाले टाइम में इसको और कम किया जाएगा, जिस हिसाब से केसेस बढ़ रहे हैं हमारे देश में और चीज़ें बढ़ रही हैं। तो IIT चाहता है कि इसकी टेक्नोलॉजी डे टू डे एडवांस की जाए।
It is estimated that 20 lakh kits will be available in the market by next month. This will provide impetus to the large-scale testing and help in containment of the disease. By developing this kit, IIT Delhi has strengthened campaigns like Make in India and Self-Reliant India.
And now it is time for a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back soon with more reports.
हम सभी कोरोना वायरस की वजह से बहुत चिंतित हैं। कोरोना वायरस को फैलने से रोकने के लिए एक छोटी चीज हम कर सकते हैं। हमारे हाथ धोने बहुत जरूरी है। सिर्फ पानी से नहीं हाथ धोने हैं, साबुन जरूर इस्तेमाल करना है। और जब आप हाथ मल रहे हो साबुन से, यह आपकी सुरक्षा के लिए है। 20 सेकंड जरूर मलिएगा। ऊपर से भी ऐसे क्लीन करना जरूरी है और हाथ बदलते रहिए जरूर। मुझे लगता है 20 सेकंड खत्म हुए होंगे। हाथ अच्छी तरह से साफ कीजिए और उससे भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है, उसे सही तरह से सुखाना। भूलिएगा।
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Science Monitor. According to WHO data, deafness is increasing very rapidly due to our modern lifestyle. We are surrounded by loudspeakers, traffic noise, and other disturbing sounds. And on top of that, we have started using earphones for the major part of our day. Such habits are harming our sense of hearing and giving rise to deafness even in small children. Besides affecting our life directly, deafness can also lead to depression. Therefore, it is necessary to be sensitive towards any change in our hearing ability to stop it from deteriorating further. Let us have a look at the report.
We are surrounded by sounds. Soft, loud, musical, hoarse. In fact, there are innumerable sounds in our universe, but we can hear sound waves having a frequency of 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz only. But do you know, there are more than 450 million people around the world who cannot hear anything as they are deaf. And according to the WHO, by 2020, 900 million people will have disabling hearing loss. According to the experts, listening to loud music for hours, continued exposure to traffic noise and sounds generated by machines, all of this is leading to hearing loss at a younger age. The problems which were earlier seen at the age of 60 are now affecting 40 years old.
बहरापन जो है डिसेबलिंग जैसे हियरिंग लॉस है। डिसेबलिंग मीन्स कि मैं जो आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ डे टू डे कम्युनिकेशन, जैसे 40 डेसिबल की कम्युनिकेशन है, तो उसमें जो हियरिंग लॉस है वो हमारे WHO स्टैट्स भी हमने आपसे बात की, तो वो बहुत बढ़ रहे हैं। मतलब 900 मिलियन WHO का एस्टिमेट है 2050 तक की हियरिंग लॉस हो जाएगा। ये जो लाइफस्टाइल रिलेटेड हियरिंग लॉस है ये अनफॉर्चुनेटली बढ़ रहा है, और अगर ट्रेंड्स ऐसे ही चलते रहे तो और ज़्यादा बढ़ सकते हैं।
Our ear has 3 parts: outer ear, middle ear, and inner ear. Outer ear collects the sound waves from the surroundings, and these reach the eardrum and produce vibrations in the middle ear. The vibrations reach the inner ear, and from here, electrical signals are sent to brain through auditory nerve. And from here, electrical signals are sent to brain through auditory nerve. We hear these signals in the form of words or sounds. Sounds less than 90 decibels are good for ears, but sounds above 90 decibels are harmful, so we should reduce our exposure to them.
हियरिंग लॉस मिलता है तो आप उसे ट्रीट करवाइए और उसे फर्दर लॉस प्रिवेंट करिए, और प्रिवेंशन इज़ बेटर देन क्योर। अगर मैं हॉन्क नहीं कर रहा हूँ तो दूसरे लोग भी हॉन्क नहीं करेंगे, तो आपको अपने लाइफस्टाइल में चेंज लाना चाहिए। आपको हॉन्किंग, लाउडनेस, बिना मतलब के ऊंचे आवाज़ में डीजे चलाना, ये चीज़ चलाना, इन सब से एनवायरनमेंट ओवरऑल हमारा कम नॉइजी हो सकता है।
According to the experts, only 1 in 1,000 suffers from congenital deafness, and most of the hearing impairments are preventable. By conducting a hearing test immediately after the birth, many hearing abnormalities can be tackled early. So parents should be aware about them. If one experiences any difficulty in hearing or ringing or whistling sounds in the ears, then one must go for a hearing checkup for early detection of any problem, as hearing loss leads to social isolation and depression.
हियरिंग टेस्ट कराना बहुत ज़रूरी है। हियरिंग टेस्ट कराकर अगर वो हियरिंग लॉस उनको इतना है कि उनकी लाइफस्टाइल को प्रॉब्लम कर रहा है, देन हियरिंग एड्स मस्ट बी गिवन। आज की डेट में हियरिंग एड्स ऐसे आ रहे हैं जिससे पेशेंट्स बहुत अच्छा सुन रहे हैं, अपनी लाइफ, नॉर्मल लाइफ लीड कर रहे हैं, वेदर दे आर एट होम और वेदर दे आर प्रोफेशनली एक्टिव।
Today, many problems related to hearing loss can be solved with the help of surgery and modern hearing aids. However, the price and maintenance of these hearing aids can be of concern. Deafness is an invisible disability, but we can prevent it to a great extent by reducing the noises around us and by getting our hearing tested.
Scientists all over the world are trying many approaches to get rid of cancer cells by driving them to programmed cell death. Although some compounds have been found to achieve this goal, yet they tend to lose their effectiveness as cancer cells develop resistance against them upon long time exposure. Now, researchers at IIT Madras have shown through their research that active principle from turmeric and curcumin can make cancer cells more sensitive towards such therapeutic agents. Let us see the report to know more about this development.
Apart from being used as a spice, turmeric is also used in our homes as a medicine. In case of an injury, we take turmeric milk or it is applied directly on the skin to heal the wounds. According to Ayurveda, turmeric has the properties to heal an injury and to reduce the inflammation. Researchers have found that the healing properties of turmeric can be attributed to the presence of a compound called curcumin in it. And many studies are being conducted around the world to see its effectiveness in case of many diseases, including cancer. Now, a lab study conducted by the researchers of the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, has shown that turmeric can increase the performance of therapeutic agents that drive cancer cells towards apoptosis or cell suicide.
Every cancer cell has a sum of the protein molecules which are expressed on the cell surface. And these proteins are very important in attracting the various factors which can bind and induce some of the processes which are happening inside the cell. DR receptor basically bind to the trail, which is basically tumor necrosis related apoptosis inducing factors. So when we bind to the trail, they induce the apoptosis in the cells. So that is a very good thing. So we thought we can use the trail, and there are interleukins also expressed. So in a cancer cell, IL-2 receptor also expressed a lot. So we made an antibody which is trail IL-2. In that process, what happened? We are doing dual kind of increase the efficiency of killing the cancer cell by inducing the apoptosis using the DR receptors. But if you add little bit of curcumin into that one, the number of receptors, the death receptors increases. So what happens? If you increase the receptor numbers, the efficacy also increases.
For treating cancer, apoptosis or programmed cell death is generally preferred over the aggressive killing of cancer cells to prevent inflammation. Therefore, researchers are working to develop therapeutic agents that can trigger cell suicide in cancer cells. One such promising agent is a protein called TRAIL. The IIT Madras research team found that using TRAIL along with the curcumin leads to more efficient programmed cell death of malignant cells.
After getting the successful results from the cell line, we took the patient samples. And these are all AML sample, acute myeloid leukemic patients samples. We took the blood, we isolate the cells, mononuclear cells from them, and then we tested with and without curcumin along with the immunotoxin. And we got a very fantastic results to kill almost 90% of these leukemic cells when we added little bit of curcumin.
The research has generated significant results in lab studies, but to obtain the same result in the human body, the researchers feel that there is a need to increase the bioavailability of curcumin. However, the study published in the Journal of Pharmacological Reports can improve the outcomes of cancer therapies.
It is time for a short break again. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
अरे बबलू, लॉकडाउन खुलते ही टहलने निकल पड़े। महामारी अभी फैली हुई है।
सरपंच जी टहलने नहीं, काम पे वापस जा रहे हैं।
तुझे डर नहीं लगता वायरस पकड़ लेगा?
पहले थोड़ा बहुत डर लगता था, फिर पता चला कि अगर मैंने पूरी सावधानी बरती तो ये बीमारी होने की संभावना कम है। सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है ये मास्क। काम पर मास्क हमेशा पहनूंगा, समय समय पर हाथ धोता रहूंगा और दूसरों से हर वक्त कम से कम 2 गज की दूरी बनाए रखूंगा। खुद को, दूसरों को और अपने परिवार वालों को भी सुरक्षित रखूंगा।
अरे भाई, मेरी जिम्मेदारी बनती है तुझे चेतावनी देना, तो दे दिया।
जब देश के मेडिकल और स्वच्छता कर्मचारी रोज कोरोना वायरस से लड़ने का काम कर रहे हैं, तो हमारी भी तो जिम्मेदारी बनती है अपना काम करने की।
बबलू, तुझे कुछ हो गया तो?
हजारों लोग इस बीमारी को हराकर ठीक हो चुके हैं, और अगर किसी कारण मुझे ये बीमारी हो भी जाए तो सरकार ने अस्पताल में हमारे इलाज के लिए पर्याप्त व्यवस्था कर रखी है। ये घबराने का वक्त नहीं, एक दूसरे का हौसला बढ़ाने का वक्त है।
अरे ऐसे क्या देख रहा है? तू काम पे जाएगा, मैं नहीं जाऊंगा, नाक नहीं कट जाएगी मेरी। चलो
मास्क।
हाँ, मास्क मास्क।
अरे नाक तो ढक लो।
हाँ।
कोरोना वायरस से हमें लड़ाई जारी रखनी पड़ेगी, पर उससे डर कर नहीं, पूरी सावधानी के साथ डट कर चलिए। रुकी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाएं, देश को आत्मनिर्भर बनाएं। जय हिंद।
Welcome back. You're watching Science Monitor. And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
India is nowadays witnessing the amazing sight of comet Neowise in the northwest sky, also known as C3 2020 F3. The comet can be seen with naked eyes after the sunset for around 20 minutes. The comet will be visible till the beginning of August and will be the closest to the Earth on 22nd July. The comet Neowise was discovered on 27th March of this year and is the third comet to be discovered in 2020. The other comets were named Atlas and Swan, but they broke up before they could become as bright as Neowise. According to the experts, around 30th July, the comet will be seen for nearly an hour near Ursa Major or the Saptarshi Mandal at a height of 40 degrees. After July, the comet will start fading and a telescope will be needed to view it. The chairman of the Indian Space Research Organisation, Dr. K. Sivan, has been named as the recipient of Von Karman Award for the year 2020 by the International Academy of Astronautics, IAA. The award is the highest honour of the Academy and will be conferred in March 2021 in Paris. The award is named after Theodor von Karman, founder and the first president of the International Academy of Astronautics. Established in 1982, the award is given every year to a person with remarkable achievements in any field of science. In the year 2005, Professor U.R. Rao became the first Indian to receive this award, followed by Dr. K. Kasturi Rangan in 2007. To meet the food requirement of the growing population, there is a need to increase the global food production by 50% by the year 2050. The rice production in India should also reach 120 million tons by 2030 to meet the local needs. For this, efforts are being made to develop high-yielding genotypes suited for different agroclimatic conditions. In such an effort, 2 resilient rice varieties have been developed by Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, Coimbatore, under CEIB 3 project, supported by Department of Biotechnology. One has been derived from a cross between improved white pony and Apo and possesses better traits for drought. It has been nominated for evaluation under All India Coordinated Rice Improvement Program trials at the national level. Another variety has also been developed with tolerance against drought, salinity and submergence. Such varieties are needed to meet the challenges posed by climate change. CSIR's Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology, IGIB, and IIT Alumni Council have signed a MOU to further accelerate COVID-19 research in the country. The council is a global body representing alumni of all the Indian Institutes of Technology. This agreement is an important initiative to build a better ecosystem in the country for diagnosis and treatment of COVID-19, which will strengthen the indigenous value chain with multi-purpose expertise. It includes topics like digital health, artificial intelligence, molecular diagnosis, genome sequencing, antibody harvesting, etc. Under the agreement, IIT Alumni Council has handed over the first set of imaging data of 8,500 patients from Mumbai to IGIB. This data will soon be made publicly available on the Open Data platform by the IGIB and the Indian Council of Medical Research to promote research without identifying the patients. These initiatives will make it easier for scientists and innovators around the world to have access to open data, which is very important to fight a pandemic like COVID-19.
And that is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Do tell us how do you like our program. You can send your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is news@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, 5th floor, Prithvi Bhavan, Lodhi Road, New Delhi, 110003. We'll meet you again next week with new information and developments. Till then, stay home, stay safe, and think scientifically. Bye for now.